Okay, so this is Digitex, right? So in like the last month, there's been a lot of talk about the futures market as far as being able to trade Bitcoin or invest or short, being able to even short Bitcoin on the futures market. So I talked to a few people, and previously to this happening, people were saying like, is this going to be a bad thing for Bitcoin? And obviously, it's going to be somewhat of a bad thing because of the timing. Obviously, because the end of the year is usually when people cash out their Bitcoins and move them to offshore accounts just so that they're not being taxed and being found out about pretty much. So people do a lot of stuff around the end of the year to make sure that they're not taxed as much as they usually are supposed to be taxed. And there's a lot of stuff happening around the Bitcoin market, but I didn't see it being a bad thing because being able to short means that you don't mind paying a little bit of a premium. So if you and a few other people or 100,000 other people wanted to short, you can short, and there's no harm, no foul on being able to short, right? As long as you make money when it comes back down a little bit, you don't really care. And the leverage on there is ridiculous. Sometimes you can have somewhere between six times. So if you put up $1,000, you can be shorting with 6,000. If you put up 10,000, you're shorting with 60,000. Or the leverage will be like 100 times, where if you put up $100 or $1,000, you have somewhere between 10,000 and $100,000. So that's kind of how it works a little bit, being able to buy and sell. The only problem that I had about the futures market, being able to put it on the stock market, is not that it becomes now readily available for everybody. It's just the fact that, for one, they don't actually own any Bitcoins, any of these markets, any of these futures markets. They don't personally own Bitcoins. Now, I don't know how this one is going to interact with that, but personally, they don't own any Bitcoins. What they're doing is they're allowing you to trade, buy, and sell at that price, right? And then the way that exchange makes money is obviously off of you losing or you winning, but technically they don't own any Bitcoins for you to buy and sell, unlike all the other exchanges that we're known to go on, like Binance, GDAX. There's a few other ones, YoBit and Bittrex, right? And a million other ones. But this one is going to be more like the YoBit, the Bittrex, and all of that. The only difference is I like this one probably more than the stock market one. And I'm going to explain to you what I like about it, right? So there's a video here. I advise watching it. I am going to explain everything that the video explains. So if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. But I will explain it. But I do advise you guys do your own research. Don't invest because someone else is investing. Don't invest because I'm investing or someone else told you to. I'm not telling you to invest. I'm not telling you to invest at all. Definitely save your money. Hold if you have any coins, and don't sell unless it's going down. But I'm not saying to buy. I'm also not saying to sell. Just take your own risk, and win, lose, or draw. It was your own decision, and you should be happy with whatever decision comes out of it. So, with that being said, you have about 5 days. Today's the 10th, and you have about 5 days to be able to purchase this token. You could put your information in here if you're in one of the countries that allow you to purchase. Put your information in here. It will send you an email. We'll explain some things, pretty much the same thing I'm going to explain now, and then you can pretty much be able to purchase if you want. Okay, so the one thing they're going to be offering is zero trading fees. So a lot of people think that GDAX, GDAX, Binance, their fees did go up. From my knowledge, their fees went up. Now, I could be wrong, but I remember being able to buy and sell and the fee not be as much as it currently is. But that also might be because it was underneath $10,000 when last time I was buying and selling on an exchange until now. But in any event, their fees will be waived for being able to trade. So it's like 0.25% on a lot of these, like Coin Exchange. I know it's 0.25%. I know that Binance is like 1/10 of a Binance token. It's not like it's a lot of money, but now it is. It's like $2 or 20 cents now. So it starts to add up depending on what you're trading with and how often you trade. So that does help. But being able to withdraw will still cost you money. They didn't say anything about that. So if you do withdraw from here, it may actually cost you that 1/10 of a Bitcoin or whatever you're sending. It may cost you 1 or 1/10 of it or 100th of it or 100th of a Bitcoin, I'm going to say, or 1,000th of a Bitcoin. It's going to cost you something to withdraw money. But here's something that I love, right? It's all balances are held by decentralized independent smart contracts on Ethereum blockchain, not on the exchange. So let's explain that. So let's just say you wanted to buy on Binance. And what you did was you actually took your binary tokens. I'm sorry, you took whatever token you had, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and you put it onto Binance. Binance now holds your tokens. Okay. Once that happens, if they're seized by the SEC or SEC or any other person in the world that might be seizing them, they can shut them down. And that has happened to a bunch of different exchanges. So don't think it's not going to happen. It has happened and it will happen again. But here's the thing. Even though that has happened and it will happen again, that doesn't mean that you should be scared. That just means you should be cautious, because leaving your money there when it's at a certain amount could still show that there's some risk for you. Okay. All balances are held by decentralized, meaning that all there is on the exchange is the, I guess, like it's almost like a balance sheet, where if I give you my check printout, it's more like that. It's more like on the app. If I give you a printout of what your banking account looks like, technically all I'm doing is just showing you the transactions and the money that you have, but it's not left on that piece of paper. It's actually inside another account. So if this exchange does shut down, you have the ability to withdraw that money. Since it's going to be on Ethereum, you have the ability to actually send any of those tokens or that value of whatever you have to yourself, which is pretty awesome. So I think that I don't know exactly, but this is what I think. I think that everything will be in a smart contract, right? Meaning that a lot of these tokens that are only on Bitcoin, or maybe built on Waves, or built on their own C++ or C# blockchain, they may not have the ability to go onto this exchange. So it might limit the exchange. But if they don't, because it's a futures market, it might have the ability to actually represent those coins. So even though you may not have those exact coins personally, but your smart contract says you own those coins, what will happen is if you go withdraw after this exchange is shut down, let's just say this exchange is shut down today, you can actually withdraw directly to your ERC20 token or wallet. And what will probably happen is you'll probably get it in Ethereum rather than in those tokens. And then you could probably just buy again from another place, or it'll probably stay in ERC20 and you can just export them to another wallet. So I like that. It does remind me of Ether Delta, but also in a sense, it also sounds like it's very secure, unlike Ether Delta, which is actually decentralized, and as well, you do actually hold your tokens on their wallet. So it's a very, it's like both, but this one is almost like, it's like Ether Delta, but without the Binance aspect of it, the coin exchange aspect of it, where all your money is just kind of sitting there. All right. So decentralized governance, obviously, so their token is decentralized as well. And it just says traders on Digitex use decentralized governance by blockchain to determine how many new DGT tokens to be issued and when. So basically, let's just say right now they decide, okay, we're going to make 30 million. They're saying that unlike Bitcoin, unlike a lot of these other tokens, it's more like Ripple. They'll have the ability to create more if they need more. That would indicate the price may not jump as much as we would expect it to jump, because there's now more, bringing the value of each one down. Okay. So that's kind of how that works. Hopefully if they do it, it's more like a split, like in regular stock exchanges, where basically we have 30 million out there. Then hopefully the way that works is like, okay, we have 30 million out there, but we're going to go up to 60 million. Hopefully that just means that, okay, you drop the price by giving everybody twice as many. So you see what I'm saying? So now it's cut in half, but everybody has twice as many, giving more available because more users and more people are coming to the exchange. Okay, right, so I just wanted to save that because I didn't want to do that all over again. And it just says it pretty much, Digitex covers the cost of running the exchange by creating small number of tokens, small number of new tokens each year to issue the exchange. So basically that's, I guess that if they see that there's a demand for their token, then they want to create more. I don't know why somebody would want to do that. Because then again, like I mentioned before, that's just going to bring the value of each token down. Because if you have a $300 million market cap with 30 million tokens, that means each token should be worth $10, right? But if you now say, okay, we have a 300 million market cap with 60 million tokens, that makes every token worth $5. So unless you're going to be giving us tokens as that happens, I don't see where that right there is valuable. But that's okay though. I guess we'll see when time comes. But yeah, so as it says, Digitex has 3 futures market: Bitcoin to US dollar, Ethereum to US dollar, and Litecoin to US dollar. Each futures contract has a large tick size, which eliminates a lot of noise and allows price to be displayed on a one-click ladder style trading interface. Even the volatility market conditions tick. So basically, most likely, there will be more of like a market price. So like this will be the market price if you wanted to purchase it, meaning obviously it's going to go up and down, but you'll be able to buy. So let's say if I put a market price at 0.088, but I press the button and there's no sellers at 188, but there's a seller at 187, I can see where they could probably make it meet in the middle, given the fact that I was willing to pay more and this person wanted no less than this. So I can see where it's like, okay, we both win. I actually saved money and you actually made a little bit more than you thought. So I think that's kind of like how that works, meaning that profits and losses are settled in DGT tokens. So it looks like almost everything that you're doing is in DGT tokens, EGTX tokens. So that's pretty much all the information I really want to give. I want to just let you guys know that this one does exist. I do like this token. I like the exchange that they're going to be on. I like what they're trying to do. We have 5 days. I actually have my money ready. We do have 5 days to try to get into this ICO. We'll try to figure out how to get in. I'll try to do a video on how to get in. There is the white paper. I'm not going to go over the white paper. It is very technical. At the same time, it also explains a lot of information for you guys. If you really want, you can just go through it and get as much information as you want. As you guys can see right here, right? Just like most of the exchanges and other tokens, there will be an amount. And it just says the initial coin offering will supply at about 1 billion. And this is the part that I love the most right here. And this is the reason why I think that investing in the ICO will be beneficial for me. I can't say for everybody else. But it just says there is a creation of new tokens for the first, there's no creation, I'm sorry about that, for the first 2 years after the launch. So pretty much I'm out to be good for the first 2 years, and it's on ERC223 it's based on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So 700 million will be in a token sale, and I think the price is a penny. Yeah, there it is, 1 penny. All right. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. You can definitely share if you want. I do advise against it unless somebody already has the information. But definitely join us in Telegram. There's a lot of information given out there.